Welcome to our next episode of Mocha Wave Talks. I'm Kathleen R. Kyler, and here at Mocha Wave Publishing, we believe that everyone who reads has their own magic. Would you like to tell us a little bit about yourself, Amy?
Thank you so much. I'm so glad. This is my first interview, so bear with me. But I've been writing for a little over a year now, and I have 5 books, which now have in front of me. So they're all children's books that I've written, and they star my 2 children. So I have 2 daughters, Mary and Hannah. So Hannah's currently 6, and Mary is 3. So they're just about their lives, and it has my dog in the book, so they're just fun, relatable stories. I really try to make them fun and enjoyable for everybody. So that's the main focus of my books.
Did you get into writing because you were a mom, or were you...
Yes. So my
Okay.
daughter Hannah had this pink bunny, which actually is the focus of this book. So it's called Sneaky Pinky. So she has this little pink bunny right here that is hiding throughout the book. And so she has had this bunny since she was 1 year old. And I was like, how great would that be as if she had a book that had her and her bunny in it? And so I was like, well, I can draw. So I just kind of looked into it. I was like, would I be able to actually do this? And so I didn't tell anybody. I just bought an iPad and I started learning. I took some courses and I kind of like learned how to draw on there. I've always done art, so I've always liked to draw, but I haven't done it for a really long time.
Yeah.
And I've really enjoyed getting back into creating and just doing art. So yeah, that's really what started it. Is I was like, I want her to have a book that has her favorite bunny in it, and then she'd be like, "Oh, this is so cute." And then I was like, "And if I sell some, great, that would be wonderful as well."
So it's mainly for
But that's
her.
yeah, so that's what
Oh,
started it. Is I was like, I really want her to have this book. So the first book was actually this one, which features her and her bunny. So they go on
oh,
adventures together. So it's the unbelievable adventures of Hannah, Banana, and Pinky. So they go on all these adventures together, and there's all kinds of crazy characters in it.
oh,
So that was the very first one I had, was just a book about her and her bunny.
oh, that's so
Yeah,
cute. And I know your daughters sometimes help you with the book reviews and things.
they
That's so cute.
do. Yes, they love helping me and doing all of it. So yeah, then my second book, I had another daughter, so I was like, well, I have to do another book.
She needs a book
So
too. Yes.
so yeah, so then we added her to the family. So this one's Hannah
Oh,
Banana, the addition of Mary Berry. So that's when you
very, very.
add a little baby. And I was like, their names are so perfect. It's like both fruit. Like,
Oh, isn't it
so
very,
I
very.
yeah, so I really liked how, that I just came to me. I was like, wow, it's Hannah Banana and Mary Berry.
Oh, that is so cool. I like that. I like that.
Mhm.
So, what got you, like, when did you decide to, you said you decided, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and try publishing them, or,
Yeah, I'm just like one of these people that I was just like, I'm gonna do it. And I just jumped in and I didn't research anything except kind of like how to draw. And then I was like, okay, and then I can just put it on Amazon. And so I did. And then I was like, wow, there's so much more to publishing a book that I had no idea I needed to do any of this. I just thought, maybe some people would find
yeah.
it. No, no, nobody finds them. But that's okay. It's a big learning process. It's
Yeah, it
amazing
is.
how much I've learned, and I've enjoyed it. I've really
Yeah.
enjoyed, just trying to kind of build my own business. Like
Uh-huh.
I'm a retirement actuary by day, so I have a normal
Oh.
job.
Well, I mean, you have
Um,
a normal job already as a mom.
yeah, yeah, that too.
People don't recognize that, but I
Yeah.
don't see how. How do you do that?
It's a lot. It's usually when they're sleeping that I try to do all my book stuff.
Like all of a sudden you go to the fast pace.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I stay up later than I probably should.
Trying to get stuff done. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, so you have those books, and then you start supporting other authors. So was that, how did that come about? Just kind of
I
connecting?
just realized that nobody was looking at my books, and I was like, I would really love it if somebody read or review my books. And I was like, well, I'm going to do that for other people because why
Oh,
not? I was like, that will make them happy because it would make me happy if people read my books. So
uh-huh.
I just started reaching out and I was like, well, I'll review it. And then I got Kindle Unlimited, which has really helped me support people because it's like, I can pay $12 a month. And, I can support literally at least 50 people a month by going out and leaving a review, reading their books. So I
Wow.
definitely try to support people as much as I can that way.
Yes. And I like your kind of like your policy of like kind of like that give, like that circle of giving, which is okay, if you give, then I'll come back and I'll give for you. Like it's kind of like
Mhm.
that exchange, which I really, really like. It supports that connection and that continued support of other people, not just you, but also other people. And I like that. If you give a comment to me, I'll give a comment to you. And if you give a comment to someone else,
Exactly.
oh, yeah. So I like that a lot. And I've started
Yeah,
trying to do that a little bit more too, just learning from you.
yeah, it kind of surprises me like how many people don't, it's just like, well, if you come and support me, I'm gonna go to your page and do the same to you. Like I just feel like that's
Yeah.
like normal, but
Yeah. Yeah.
but
Yeah.
a lot of people don't do that. So, but that's okay.
Yeah. And like,
You find the people that do, and then y'all become like it's just like a never-ending circle of support.
exactly, exactly. It's kind of interesting. Like yours is built around your family, and mine kind of is a little bit too. Very
Yeah.
family focused. Um,
So what got you started writing?
oh, now I'm in the interview. Okay.
We're gonna go back and forth.
Well, I was writing most of my life because of my sister. I don't know if you know Tirza Darnell, who wrote The Planet of Darkness, is my
I didn't
sister.
realize y'all were sisters.
Well, she
No.
changed her name because she didn't want to go with the same
Yeah,
name.
that's why
She liked the
I
name.
would have never put those two together. Oh, wow.
So like I'm
Okay.
always like, hey, read Planet of Darkness. Hey, read Planet of Darkness.
Yeah, like I thought y'all were just like really good friends because like, I've seen you talk about her, but I never knew y'all were sisters. So that's fun.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, she wrote a book when she was 5 years old. And of course, she's my big sister. So I'm like, hey, I wonder if I can do that. Me too, me too. I don't, you probably see that with your daughters,
Yes,
the me
yes.
too. I always, the younger one is the one that I always identify with. I'm like, yeah, that's
Yes.
that's me. The older one looks like
Uh-huh.
more like my Tirsa, more like my older sister. But yeah, we were for a long time just her and me, because then we got my younger sister came along. But
Oh,
yeah,
that's
so
funny. So I'm one of three sisters as well.
oh wow, really?
Yeah. So I'm in the middle.
I'm in the middle. Okay, there's a connection there. That's
There
amazing.
is. Yes.
You have a new book coming out.
I do. So it's November 8th. So it's National STEM Day, and it's actually called STEM Day. So I'm really
Oh,
excited. Yeah, I was like, I have
that's
to get this book done by then because that is like the day to launch. So
yes,
I'm supposed to get my proof tomorrow. So I'm really excited to get that. Oh, I can show what it looks like.
yes,
Obviously, I don't have the hardcover, but I have it on my tablet.
yes.
So here we go.
I think that is so. I love it. I love it so much.
Yeah, so what it's about, so like I said, I'm a retirement actuary. Now, I didn't put a retirement actuary in there, but I did put an actuary. So like even when I tell most people like I'm an actuary, they're like, okay, what is that? Like nobody knows. So I was like, well, I have to make a children's book that has an actuary. I was like, so in the book, it's actually a insurance actuary. So it says that they, measure risk like for tornadoes. So there's like a tornado behind the girls. Like I can actually show that page. I'll show it to you. You get a sneak peek.
Oh,
Turn it sideways. So here you go. So it shows that I am I'm the first one that's introduced. So she goes, my mom's, here, and she actually has Mary with her. And then all of the pictures have Hannah thinking about what the person's job is. So in this one, she has, her and Mary are over there calculating the probability of a tornado happening.
oh, love it
But there's
because
all kinds of jobs that, most children's books that talk about jobs, it's like, firefighters, teachers, just typical doctors and those are great jobs. But I
yeah,
was like, I want to do one that has like really unique jobs that they don't really normally hear about. And again, because my job's never talked about, I was like, well, let's just throw it in there. And like an air traffic controller, for example, like, you just don't really hear about an air traffic controller, but it's a
yeah.
great job that a lot of people do that, it's interesting. Like they, navigate all the planes in the air.
I
So I
love
wanted
that.
just to do really interesting STEM jobs that just aren't really discussed.
I love that. I love that so
Yeah.
much. I feel like that's such a need. I think I wish someone would have done that when I was young because I was always like I watched Mr. Rogers
Oh yeah.
growing up, and it was always so cool when he'd go and visit. Oh, let's go and look the baker and talk to him and see what.
Hmm.
Oh, you're a musician. You could be an artist.
Yeah.
So all the different things that maybe you don't find a lot in the books. So I like
Hmm.
that. I like that you're doing STEM too for girls. That is
Yeah.
so cool. I love that.
Yeah, I'm really excited about this one. Like, I'm excited about all my books, but one of the things I want to focus on is getting into schools. Like I haven't done any, I've gone to one school. It was my nephew's school. But I haven't really like tried to pursue going in person and doing schools. And part of it is because I don't feel like a lot of my books are educational. Like they're
Hmm,
fun and they're interesting, but I didn't really feel like it was like a good school book. But I feel like
okay.
this one is like, I can really go
Yes.
to schools and say, this is teaching kids all about these different careers that, they don't normally know about. So I feel like it's more of
Hmm.
a really good one to go like to schools and say, your kids can learn a lot from this book, but it's still
Yeah.
fun and
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah. You could even maybe. I mean, I know it's hard because you're also limited by what you can do because you have your job and you have but I think it'd be really fun if you could go like on a little circuit of
Yeah.
schools or like make guest speaker appearances. That would be
Yeah,
really
I'm
cool.
also very nervous because I'm like, it's in person. I was like, I have come so far in my
Oh,
journey as an author. Like, I used to not like want to be on camera at all. Like, it took me like a year to actually like go on camera, and then I was like, okay, Hannah, you and I are gonna do this together. And then she like really got me out of my shell because she was just like
oh,
all happy and excited. I was like, ooh, I can just focus it on you, and I can have it on me for just a little tiny bit, and it just kind of has like progressed. And it's like, because
oh,
like if you had asked me to do this literally like 6 months ago, I probably would have been like, no, there's no way I'm doing that.
oh, wow. I am so proud of you. I'm so
Yeah,
proud
so
of you.
I really like just a little bit at a time. So if you are out there and you're like, I cannot be on camera, don't worry. I was there, just do a little bit at a time. And if you have
Yeah,
like take your dog, do a video with your dog or something and just have a little bit on you. It will make you feel better.
I think if you notice
Hmm.
my page, it's my logo, right? It's my I try like hiding behind my brand name a
Yeah.
little bit. So yeah. So and the thing is, you were part of the what inspired me to start
Oh,
being more out there. Your
that's so
examples.
nice.
Yes, I was like, oh, she can do this, and I really like watching your videos. They're fun. I'm
Oh,
not.
thank you.
I don't have little ones. I mean, but I think it just. I mean, I identify. Like I can remember when I was a child, and I'm like, kind of think back about how that felt and how much good your books and your daughters can do. It just
Yeah.
so it's exciting.
Yeah, it's really fun to do it with them. Like they just all of our videos are not like scripted or anything,
Hmm.
it's just
Like,
who we are, it's just like let's read a book together and then let's just talk about it. So, it's fun to do
oh,
with them like as we get to read a bunch. We've read so many books, which is
I
is great. So,
I
it's just, a fun thing we get to do together, which I really enjoy.
and I thought it was interesting when you told me that you do your reading a lot while you're working. So you're making use of
Oh,
the time.
yes.
You listen to the book, right?
That's
And
right.
then
So for like adult books, which
uh-huh,
I don't get to read a ton, so what I do is I use a screen reader. So I use Siri,
uh-huh,
and that because like I don't even do audiobooks because I feel like that limits the books that I would be able to read because a lot of people don't have audiobooks available.
right.
So I found someone just like in the Facebook said you can actually read books on your screen, and I was like, what? And as soon as I found that, I was like, okay, let's do this. So yeah, so while I'm drawing, I just have it playing in the background, and I mean, Siri's not the best because it's very monotone, and but once you kind of get into the groove of listening to it, then you can follow a lot better. But
Yeah.
it takes a minute for it to be like, okay, I need to listen and
Mhm,
focus. Otherwise, if you don't focus for just like the first minute, like really
mhm,
focus, then it's like it's like you're listening, but you're not really listening.
right.
So, but yes, that's definitely helped me read like actual adult books because
Okay.
before I was just like doing kids books because I just didn't have the time. Like I
No.
literally could not find the time to sit down. I have two books I really, really want to read. They're Harlan Coben. He's like my favorite author ever. I've read all of
Oh,
his books. So he's a thriller guy.
oh
And I
wow.
have two of his books that are out and I haven't read them. And I'm just like, I really want to read them, but it's just like finding the time to read them is just not, I just have so much to do. It's like when you're in the publishing
Yeah.
world, it's like there is always something you could be doing.
There is always, I pick up my phone just to glance at it, and then all of a sudden I'm like doing whole thing.
That's
I
another
just,
thing I kind of branched out into doing is a couple of lives. So I like
uh-huh.
to do giveaways. You probably have seen them. And
Yeah.
it's like when I do the giveaways, I just feel like it to be fair, I need to show it live to show, I'm not rigging this. Like the
Yeah.
person is actually winning. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna get the courage and do it. So I
Wow.
did that. And then now, one of my friends, it's Samantha Howard, and I are going to have a live segment starting November 1st. And what we're going to do is it's going to be called Kids Ask and Authors Answer.
Hmm.
And so the kids are going to be able to read the book like a week before. So right now we have Sprinkletopia going on. So the kids can read the book, and if they have any questions, they can ask the author. And so then me and my friend are going to ask the author the kids questions. And
Oh,
so we're hoping it's going to have a lot of fun questions, and
that,
and the author doesn't know what the questions are going to be, so we're hoping it's going to be fun and
they're like,
maybe stuff.
oh,
Kids can ask all kinds of crazy stuff. So
that's gonna be cute. I like it.
yeah.
I love
And
it.
then like when I do the replay, I can like put the kids' pictures on if the parents want. Obviously, you don't have to. You
Yeah.
can have the pictures up there, and they can be like, it's gonna be like on YouTube and stuff. They can be like, "Oh wow, I'm on TV! Look, and she answered
Oh,
my questions." And I
oh,
just think like kids will really get excited about like, "Wow, these people are answering my questions. This is so
yeah.
cool."
Yes, I think
So,
so. I remember we had when I was a kid, we had this little I lived in Maryland and we had Captain Chesapeake and like those, how those cartoons, and then this little local guest would pop on and talk. And we would send letters at that time. And like we were like, oh, I hope like you could send him a joke or something like that. And he's like, one day he did read the joke I sent, and I'm like, oh, here's the joke I
yay!
sent. It's just a local thing.
That's exactly what I'm
It
hoping.
meant so
Yes,
much. You're like, oh, it was like,
exactly.
I am now
Yes.
forever loyal to Captain Chesapeake because he read
Uh-huh.
my joke. So yeah, I think that's gonna be such a good idea. I love
Yeah.
that.
We don't know how often we're going to do it yet.
Uh-huh.
This is our first one, so we're just
Mhm.
starting it out, but we're thinking like, maybe every 2 weeks or something. We'll see. But
Yeah.
we're going to try it.
Wow. Wow, I am so impressed everything that you're doing, and that you're getting these books out, and that you're doing your own illustrations, and that you're writing about these important topics. I think even the location, like the vocabulary you use in your books, and the finding things and getting them to pay attention, those are more important skills than I think you may. I mean, I think you as a mom probably do realize, but it's very important skills for kids to learn. So I'm
Yeah.
I'm excited about your books. I'm excited about everything that you're doing.
And
And
then
I
you have a book coming out, right? It's like
November
November.
15th, I'm
Okay.
having my book launch. And it was going to be November 22nd, but then at where I work, we go on a whole week of Thanksgiving break. And so everybody would be leaving.
Oh,
I
yep.
mean, so I met it a little bit earlier so they can have it with them on their holidays if they wanted. Um, but yeah, book two.
So exciting.
Yeah, I was kind of like,
So is this going to be the last one, or do you think there'll be more?
there's supposed to be five.
5. Oh, wow.
I
Okay.
already have the covers, so I have to write the books.
Do you have kind of like an idea already of like what each one, like kind of how it will progress? And
Yeah, yes.
honestly, you say you're impressed with me, but I am so impressed with people who write novels. Like, I don't know, children's books, I think it's just a different mind. Like mine is just like I can boil things down and make it simple, but it's like novels, it's just so complex. You have all these characters and all these storylines, and I just can't even fathom trying to write a full
Well,
novel.
it's like, because I'm kind of a pantser, but I'm a
Mhm.
planner, sort of pantser, I guess you could say. Because I have it, I have the whole, arc. It's supposed to follow the hero's journey. Um, but I also I'm a little pantser, so there's so much I could do because I have so many different, like it's literature, so I could do like I'm looking at my favorite stories, say, I wonder what would happen if she went into that story. So I kind of do like a little mock up, a little, like what ifing.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
So try to have fun with it too.
Yeah,
And then
but still
keeping
I don't know how you keep track of
I
everything.
I had to write a mini like little manual for myself of the world because people were trying to
Okay.
remind me that wait, that's not the way that works. I'm like, oh, you're right. So I'm gonna go keep track of these things. I think this has been fun.
Yeah.
I'm really proud of you. You don't know how impressed I am. But
Aw.
I only ask people to be on the Mocha Wave Talks that I really, really am impressed with. And I feel like, like I just really want to connect more because I feel like they've just are shining stars. So I'm so
That's so sweet.
I'm so proud of you. proud of you. And I'm really
Aw.
excited about your book that's coming up. How can we support you?
Um, that's a good question. You know, if you have Kindle Unlimited, all of my books are on Kindle Unlimited. So that's a great way to support me. Leaving reviews. If you've read any of my books is always great as well. I mean, obviously buy my book, but
Yeah, yes, yes. So,
and honestly, just interacting with me on any social media. I am on literally almost everything. I just got on Twitter because I'm crazy and I was like, I need another one. No. Um, but seriously, I was like on everything except X or Twitter or whatever you want to call it. And then I was like, somebody was like, you really need to get on it. And I was like, ah, and I didn't do it for a long time. Then I'm I'm dabbling. I'm not really on that one though, but the rest of them I am on.
yeah.
So
Okay.
yeah,
So we,
just interacting with me on there. I mean, just leaving comments, likes
mhm.
is totally enough support.
Yeah. And I think, like the more that we interact with you too, that there's some kind of magical algorithm I'm still trying to understand.
Right, exactly.
But it also kind of helps your book, I think, to come out, like people be more aware of it, right? So
That's what I've heard is yeah, when you get more interactions and then it's like, hey, people like this, so we're gonna spread it out.
like
So
the people reading that's going to be that could be life changing for many people.
yeah, and you know, I mean, the main reason I did it is because when I write a new book, my kids are so excited. Like they just
Yes.
I have these videos of them reading my books, and Mary still is just like Seeking Snowball, Seeking Snowball. Like that's her favorite. She loves Seeking Snowball, and so it's
Oh,
just so cute to see them. So it's like even if I don't sell them, I mean, yes, I
you
put a lot of time and effort into it, and I would love to sell my
know,
books. But at the end of the day, it's just like my kids love them, and that's enough for me. I
yeah,
mean, I'm
yeah.
happy.
It's just amazing. It's a lot that you're doing, but I'm again, I'm gonna repeat myself. I'm just so this is my teacher self, but I'm so proud of you. I am really, really proud of you.
Thank you.
So thank you so much. And everyone make sure that you follow Amy Doslich
Doslich.
and share and if you have children, I highly recommend her books. I have them on my Kindle. I have some of them. I need to get some more of them. Um, but they're just so cute. They're so cute.
Thank you.
Uh, so I'm really, really excited about everything that's going to happen. And congratulations on your book. Best wishes on the new one that's coming out, the STEM one.
You too.
Yes. Oh gosh. Thank you so
I will
much.
be reading it as soon as it comes out on my screen reader
Oh
on Kindle
wow.
Unlimited.
Okay, well, I'll
So,
remind you. I'll remind you.
okay.
Okay. Thank you so much. And remember, everyone, that everyone who reads has their own magic.